So today I'm going to get up in your mind. Okay, I know that probably sounds a little weird, but today we want to talk about the mindset that is necessary for you to write your book. Everything first starts with the mind. The mind is the foundation. So if you have been trying to write your book and you've been frustrated and you haven't been able to complete it and you feel as if what you're writing, no one is ever going to read it, I can tell you right now, you don't have the right mindset, but that's okay. Wherever you are today, we can fix it. Don't worry. I just really want to emphasize though about having the right mindset and how it's going to help shift you into the category of a best-selling author. It's going to shift you into the stance of where you can be next to other authors and feel confident about your work. So I want you to hold your shoulders up. I want you to think about it. And first of all, just take a moment to just breathe. I want you to see yourself as a best-selling author in your mind. Now you can pause this video if you need to, but take about 30 seconds to a minute to kind of just sit there and envision, feel the sense of accomplishment and joy and even pride that you're going to feel once you're able to complete your book and help so many lives. Your mindset is where it first starts. I always say everything is built on the mind. Everything is built on your thought process. Everything is built on your belief system. So if you've been having limiting beliefs about being an author, if you've been having limiting beliefs about the process of being an author, the limiting beliefs about your book and whether or not it's actually going to go anywhere or whether or not people are going to read it, those limiting beliefs have been just kind of working against you completing this book. So what you think about will be your outcome. What you think about will be what you produce. And I know you're like, okay, I didn't tune in for no self-help video. I didn't tune in for you to check my mind. Well, you tuned in so I can help you write your book. And as a master book writing coach, I start here. So if you have started your book writing process, that's absolutely fine. But now take a moment to kind of just go back to the basics and think about what you're doing, why you're doing, and connect to that so that you can get the book done. Now, when I talk about the mindset, I want you to think about what are some of the things that you're telling yourself when you sit down to write your book. Are you saying things like, oh, I hate writing. I just wish this would be simpler. Are you telling yourself things like, I don't know, this takes up so much time. I wish I had more time. I'm just aggravated with the process. Or I just wish I had somebody else to write this for me. Then I would be so done with it right now. What are the things that you're telling yourself? Are you saying, you know what? I don't even know why I'm writing this book in the first place. Who's going to read it? People is anyone even going to care? Is anyone going to read my book or anyone care about my story? Are those some of the things that are starting to go in your mind when you sit down thinking about how hard it is or how difficult the process is or how it may not even be worth anything when you're done? Those are the things that have been keeping you stuck from writing your book. I am here to help you write your book in 90 days. I am here to help you birth that book. I am here for you to unlock that potential that is on the inside of you, but you have been stuck right there. And the reason why is because of what you're telling yourself. So I want you to say from today forward, I am not going to tell myself any more negative limiting beliefs about becoming an author. What I am going to do is tell myself the truth. The truth is I'm a best-selling author. The truth is, I am writing solutions that are going to bring change and impact to others. The truth is, my voice is necessary, and there are people waiting for me to connect and to birth this book so that I can bring impact and change to their lives. The truth is that there are nations with an S There are people waiting for you to go global and to connect because the message that you have is so vital. And I always say it doesn't matter what type of message you're writing. The solutions that you bring, whether it's in business, it can be in politics, whether it's in religion, whether it's in children, childcare, helping mothers, helping fathers. It doesn't matter what you're doing or what you're writing your book about. The solutions that you bring are necessary right now. And honestly, you've been stuck because your message is so impactful. Your message is so impactful that everything is working and fighting against you to stop you from giving birth to it. But today, I've been sent on an assignment and a message to encourage you. Get your mind right. Stop thinking crazy. Stop talking about what you're not going to do. Stop talking about how difficult it is. Stop talking about the pain in your process and think about the joy of the outcome. So what can you do today? I am so glad you asked because you know I showed up with the solutions that you bring, the solutions that I bring for you. So what can you do today? So from today forward, I want you to create your affirmations. I said some earlier that you can go back and listen to and write those down. I want you to create 5 affirmations about the beliefs, the truth of who you are, the truth of your message, the truth of who your book is going to impact. Write 5 affirmations that you are going to speak over your book every single day. Now, in one of my other videos, I talked about having a daily routine. You have to have that daily routine implemented. So the words that you speak to yourself, the things that you talk about your book, the things that you affirm about yourself as an author, you're going to say them over and over and over and over again to finally all of those self-limiting beliefs and thoughts in your mind, they go away. And the truth of who you are, the confidence of yourself as a writer, that begins to emerge. Once that begins to emerge, you will sit down to type and write or record or whatever you do to create the content for your book. You're going to do it with ease because now you understand that it is so vital and urgent that you get this message out. I'm helping you write your books in 90 days or less because honestly, you've probably been sitting on this book for about a year, 2 years, 5 years, some of you over 10 years. Again, you didn't have the right mindset back then, but now that you have the right mindset, now that you have your 5 affirmations, because you're going to do your homework, the commitment statement that we talked about in the other video, setting your goals, you're going to do all of that so that you can create an environment of success, an environment to birth your book. These are so very critical. You may say, you know what, I just want to write my book. I don't want to go through all these things that you're talking about. Well, the reason why you haven't been successful writing the book is because your mindset isn't right. Because the foundation, you cannot build on a shaky foundation. You cannot build on an unstable foundation. And what does an unstable foundation look like for a potential author or a new author? One day you're excited about writing your book. The next day, you hate the process. One day you show up ready. The next day, you're disorganized. You have so many thoughts going through your head. You sit there for 45 minutes to an hour only to realize that you've written nothing. And you're looking at the screen and like, did I only just write 4 lines in this past hour? That's because your mindset isn't clear. Your mindset has not been set to create the environment that you need to birth your book. Having the right mindset allows you to sit with clarity and ease. That is very, very, very important and vital to you writing your book. You have to be clear. I can always tell when people are writing their books and life is happening, because of course life does not slow down. There are things that you're going to go through, and honestly, when you decide to write your book, everything's going to come at you, including the kitchen sink. However, you can still sit in that moment and have clarity. But when authors don't have clarity, their books are all over the place. They're having multiple conversations throughout the book with different people. They don't know the audience. They're not clear about their message. They bring no clear solutions, all because their mind was not in the right place. So everything kind of just came and just all over the place. They just started to pull information that did not make sense and did not flow, did not have continuity or clarity. We're going to fix all of that. But first, we're going to start with your mind. So allow me to encourage you today. So I have to tell you this. So in my old life, I was a cheerleader. We'll talk about that for another day. But the cheerleader in me never dies. She's always here rooting for you. She's always saying, you can do it. I remember when our football team, our high school team used to be losing, and we would be cheering and smiling and saying, you can do it. Well, that's me today. I have been sent as your personal cheerleader to say, you can do it. You are going to be a best-selling author. You are finally going to write the book. You are going to get in the right environment. You are going to get an accountability partner. You are going to fix your mind so that you will never, ever, ever struggle with this again. So let's just go ahead and I wanted this video to be really short today so that you can go ahead and get started with the writing. So let's go ahead and recap. You're going to stop those self-limiting beliefs. If there are any self-limiting beliefs that you have right now, I want you to write them down. Those things that you've been saying about the writing process, those things that you've been talking about being an author, those things that you have been saying that you know are not right, write them down. Then when you write them down, rip them up. Because from today forward, you're not talking like that anymore. A best-selling author does not doubt themselves. A best-selling author does not talk about no one reading their book. A best-selling author does not show up without having clarity and confidence. So get rid of the self-limiting beliefs. Go ahead and write those affirmations. So we're going to replace those limiting beliefs with the affirmations about who you are, the people that you are going to impact, the solutions that you bring. And lastly, you're going to read them every single day when you sit down to write your book. I hope that this is helpful. Clear your mind of all the toxic things, people, places that are stopping you from writing this book. Clear your mind from everything that's going on the outside. You literally need to get in a bubble, right? I want you to get in a bubble for the next 30 to 90 days to get this book written. I want you to turn off the phone when you're writing. I want you to lock the door if you need to. I need you to find a private, quiet place, whatever you need to do so that your mind is clear from all of the distractions. I hope that this has been helpful to you. Go ahead, if you have not done so already, get my free ebook. Write it, tap into your power, and write your best-selling book in 90 days. It's going to give you a lot of these things that we talked about today, but it also goes more in depth, giving you a timeline on how to write your book, telling you what you need to do, how to connect with your audience of one. There's so much great information in this free book. I'm giving it to you because I want you to become a best-selling author this year. If you have any questions, if there's anything my team can do to help you, please let us know. We have the Authors University that's set up for you. We have one-on-one coaching that's set up for you. We have book review opportunities that's set up for you. We have accountability groups that are set up for you. We have created an environment of no excuses, an environment of getting it done. So go ahead. This year, I want you to write your best-selling book. Thank you so very much for tuning in. My name is Dr. Sherrie Walton. I am rooting for you. You have an amazing day.